But I will now leave the floor to someone who is a master of words. Next up, we have the poet Victory Ashaka, who has been gracing us with his powerful performances all week. The floor is yours, Victory.
FAO Director General, world leaders, distinguished guests, and all of humankind. Victory Ashaka is my name, a poet, artist, SDGs advocate, and climate activist. I'm happy to join you all here today in what will go down in history through this flagship event. Today, humanity faces one of its biggest challenges in history, which threatens our very existence. We are losing our forests, and people are going hungry because of drought, loss of biodiversity, land degradation, poverty, hunger. Planet Earth is sick. Personally, as a way to collaborate, I did collaborate with 3 other young change makers in my hometown community, Nigeria, to create 17 artworks on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals to raise awareness with Michael, Angela, Oluchi, project directed by Mrs. Foluke Michael. And we created the 17 amazing artworks to create a fusion with SDGs, climate action, and food security. So basically, we are using the artworks to raise awareness, to call on local, national, and global policymakers to act now to significantly reduce climate pollution and to build climate resilience. Because the right time to act is now. No more waiting. No more empty talks. We need an inclusive global effort where every single person contributes. And now is the right time. I also seize this opportunity to call for an intervention to the recent flooding in Nigeria that has killed hundreds of people, led to the destruction of over 200,000 infrastructure, and made 1.4 million people displaced. Definitely, ladies and gentlemen, also as a poet, I've got a spoken word poem for the world. Heal the world. Dear human race, behold the terrain of history to know that our world has no neutral story. From life on Earth, an ecosystem on this planet, we are leaving our carbon footprint like a giant scar and ignoring the warnings, chaos, and instability so far. Every day we see the data and statistics piling up high, yet we easily turn a blind eye despite being faced with the horror of climate change that the oppressed and poor mostly bear the brunt. This social impediment is right before our eyes because we refuse to realize that this fight isn't just to gratify nature but to preserve creatures for the future. From droughts in Africa to wildfires in Australia, from volcanic eruption in Europe to flooding in Asia, from dry corridors in Central America to hurricane in Hawaii, Honolulu, Philippines, and the Pacifics. Global warming has swept through hectares of land, killed millions of people and billions of native animals, razed entire communities to the ground, taken the homes of numerous families, and left millions of people affected by a hazardous smoky haze of greenhouse gases. Some species and ecosystems may never recover from extinction. The world is burning, and we as descendants of this era must rise to rescue our identities from human frailties. Nature exists so that we may exist along with it. But climate crisis is swiftly becoming the world's biggest catastrophe with disastrous rippling effects. Life on Earth is ecologically regressive through burning coals that melt upon the surface of glaciers and ice shelves. The ocean rises with acid from the deep, polluting the Arctic air of a colorful summer, winter, autumn, and spring. None of this is ascribed to either the white or black, rich or poor, small or great, but all of humankind. Our lifeline of renewable energy is not extending fast enough. We must turn away from the energy of fossil fuel, the energy of death, destruction, and casualty, towards clean, affordable, and renewable, the energy of life and sustainability. Hoisting climate justice is what the world requires, and time is a currency to purchase our desires. With sanitation comes sanity for a healthy living, to transition from being apart from nature to being a part of nature. It is not just about the planet, but saving us. Love nature, that the future may not disappear. Dear human race, let's protect our biodiversity. Arise, all vibrant youth, let's speak the truth to stop deforestation. Rainforests cannot be cut forever, and anything we can't do forever is unsustainable. Let's embrace tree planting for good breathing. The intriguing thing about truth is, although it can be denied but can never be avoided, the earth is warming, creatures are dying, carbon levels are trapping too much heat for us to keep living. Climate change is everyone's problem. Brace yourselves to fight without lifting a sword, together with no one behind for a sustainable world.
Wow. Thank you so much, Victory, for such a powerful and inspiring delivery. And I'm going to go off script here. Victory is with us, and we believe it. Thank you.
Next up.